So you want to become a doctor, but you looked at the tuition fees of UK and US, and now you're starting to rethink your choices. Welcome to the club. But here's the good news. You don't have to sell your kidneys to study in med school. In fact, you can study for a lot cheaper and the degree would still be recognized in the European Union and beyond that. So let's get straight into it. Let's start with Italy. Italy offers a unique MD program for medicine. An MD is basically a single cycle master's degree. That means you're doing a bachelor's and a master's all together. So it's a 6-year long program that's entirely in English, and the university tuition fees ranges from 200 euros to 3000 euros maximum. So that's really, really good. Now you do have to give an entrance exam that's called the IMAT, the International Medical Admission Test. And it's quite hard. But in my opinion, IMAT is way easier compared to the admission tests that are happening in places like the US or UK. Plus, the Italian government also provides full ride scholarships, like forgiving all of your tuition fees, providing extra money for housing and food, and they even provide free transportation. Now, the scholarship depends on which place you're going to study. So each region has its own scholarship. For example, there's a scholarship called Edisu RC, which is the scholarship region for Napoli. Now, if you do want to study medicine in Italy and know more about the IMAT, then I've made a complete YouTube series which is totally free. And if you also want to give the IMAT, then you should take my biology course, which is 24 hours long. It has mock tests, it has 24 hours of recorded lecture, it has notes that you can download, all of this at a really cheap price. So link is in the description. Next up is Hungary. Hungary is not the place that would pop up in your head when you think of a medical school, but hear me out. Hungary's government offers a really special kind of scholarship called the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship. It's a full ride scholarship, by the way. I'm talking full tuition fees, free dorms, free food, free plane tickets to and from your home country, and even free health insurance and a monthly stipend. Now, the application portal for this scholarship opens in around November and lasts approximately 2 months. So you do have a bit of time, but the earlier you apply, the better, because a lot, and trust me, a lot of students apply for this scholarship. Now, students are selected based on their academic performance, but majority of the deciding factor is the entrance exam that they give, and also a bit of luck from their home country, because your home country is going to forward the application to this scholarship program. The link is in the description for the application portal. You can go make an account and check if the application is still open. Moving to a really interesting country, China. Some Chinese universities offer a really cheap MBBS program, and the prices are ridiculously cheap. I'm saying like 3000 euros cheap. The living cost is also super cheap in China, and you're exposed to new culture, modern hospitals, and a unique infrastructure, so that's also a bonus point. The only downside of studying in China is that although you don't need to know Chinese or Mandarin during your study years, once you get into the internship or the clinical phase, you do need to learn some Mandarin, because majority of the Chinese people don't speak English to that level of extent. So you do need to understand some basic level of Chinese. But to be honest, if you can survive organic chemistry, then I think a few words in Chinese wouldn't be that difficult, right? The universities that do offer medical studies in Chinese is regulated by the Ministry of Education in China. So this makes sure that a private university just doesn't steal your money and don't provide the information they guaranteed, right? Some popular universities that you can find English taught medical programs in China are Fudan University, Seijing University, China Medical University, and a lot more, but you get the point. The total study time for this MBBS program is 6 years, where you have 5 years of study and 1 year of clinical experience. So by the time you reach that 6th year of clinical experience, you do need to understand some basic level of Chinese or Mandarin that I was talking about. The deadline for these kind of universities are in July or August. Moving on to the next country, we have Poland. Now, Poland is kind of a hidden gem, because Poland is one of the countries that's located in the European Union, which also offers an English-based medical program. So if you do graduate from Polish medical universities, you can practice anywhere in the European Union, knowing that you do understand some level of that country's language. But other than that, because it's based in European Union, the standard of teaching is really high. I do agree that the tuition fees is kind of on the higher side. The tuition fee starts from around 8,000 to 13,000 euros per year, which is, I'm going to agree, that's kind of expensive. But compared to the places like UK where you have to pay 40,000 euros, or places like the US where you basically have to sell your kidneys, your eyes, your ears, and everything that you have to study medicine and still have student debt, I think this is a good fair price. Now, another good thing that I like about Poland is really cheap, and Poland also is really friendly with visas. Now, like Italy, because Poland is also in European Union, Poland also offers an MD program, which means it's also a master's degree, meaning that you do both the bachelor's and the master's degree together. To apply, students typically need a high school diploma, and a lot of universities don't really have a medical admission test. So the only way that you can get into is through your high school diploma. So this does require good grades on your high school diploma. Now the application portal for these universities open around the same time, which is in January or February, and they last around 2 to 3 months and usually close in May or June. And the classes usually start in September or October. Oh, finally, this might sound biased by people, and it's not a really popular choice to study in different other programs. But for medicine, Bulgaria is a really good country. Hear me out. Bulgaria is one of the countries in European Union that offer one of the cheapest prices for private universities, ranging from 7,000 to 8,000 euros, which is not that bad compared to the other prices that I've mentioned. Bottom line is, you don't have to be rich to study medicine or have 100% perfect grades in your high school. You just need to know where to look and when to apply at the right time. And if you do need help applying to any of these programs, or if you're confused about scholarships, how to apply, when to apply, all of these things can be challenging, because I was also in your place once upon a time. And that's why I started guidemystudy.org, which is basically a complete solution to your problems that you're facing right now. If you want us to handle the entire application for you, from applying to universities, applying to visas, finding housing, all of these things, we can do it for you at a really, really reasonable rate. If you want a free consultation on where to study and what to study, then click the link in the description and my team will reach out to you.